Welcome to today's video, where we'll be exploring the fascinating story of the 1946 wheat penny, a coin that holds a special place in American history. This particular coin, without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not include a mint mark on its coins. Even in a black or heavily toned condition, the 1946 wheat penny remains a treasured relic for coin collectors and history lovers alike. The 1946 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. These coins are instantly recognizable by their reverse design featuring two wheat ears curving along the sides, giving them their nickname, wheat pennies. After World War II, in 1946, the United States was returning to normalcy, and so was its coinage. During the war years, pennies were made from steel in 1943 to save copper for military purposes. But by 1946, the U.S. Mint had returned to using the classic 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy that gave the coin its rich reddish-brown color when new. Over time, due to oxidation, storage, or environmental exposure, some 1946 pennies have turned dark brown or black, creating a unique aged appearance. This black color is not paint or damage. It's a natural patina that develops on copper coins after decades of exposure to air and moisture. On the obverse side of the 1946 penny, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and quickly became one of the most beloved images in American coinage. Above Lincoln's head are the words, "In God We Trust," a phrase that reflects the country's enduring faith and values. To the left, the word "Liberty" symbolizes freedom, and to the right, the date 1946 proudly shows the year the coin was minted. The absence of a mint mark confirms that this piece was struck in Philadelphia. On the reverse, the design features the famous two wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, you'll find the national motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. This simple yet powerful phrase emphasizes unity, a fitting sentiment for the post-war era. When new, the wheat penny had a beautiful copper shine, but in circulated and blackened condition, the surface tells a deeper story. Each mark, tone, and scratch adds character, representing decades of history and countless hands that have passed it along. The 1946 wheat penny was minted in large numbers. Over 991 million pieces were produced in Philadelphia alone, making it a common coin in its day. However, finding one in good detail, even if darkened, is still exciting for collectors. In circulated and black condition, the fine details of Lincoln's face and the wheat ears may be worn, but the overall design remains easily recognizable. This coin carries with it not just value, but the essence of an era when America was rebuilding itself after years of global conflict. The black coloration that develops on old copper coins is a result of oxidation, where the metal reacts with oxygen and other elements in the air. While some collectors prefer shiny coins, many appreciate the aged, darker patina as it represents authenticity and age. For collectors, condition plays a big role in value, but even in heavily circulated or dark-toned form, the 1946 wheat penny holds sentimental and educational worth. It's a tangible piece of the nation's post-war recovery period. Coins like these serve as everyday history lessons. Every penny produced in 1946 was part of a generation's economic recovery, helping families buy goods, pay for schooling, or start small businesses in an optimistic new America. The simplicity of the wheat penny design adds to its timeless charm. Unlike modern coins that feature complex imagery, the straightforward design of Lincoln and the wheat ears reminds us of a simpler time in coin artistry. The Philadelphia Mint was known for its precision, and even without a mint mark, these coins were made with sharp details and excellent craftsmanship. The lack of a mint mark doesn't make it less valuable. In fact, it adds an element of intrigue, making collectors identify it through observation rather than markings. If you look closely at a blackened 1946 penny, you can still make out Lincoln's profile, his thoughtful expression, and even find traces of his bow tie and beard, details that have survived decades of wear. The reverse, though faded, often still shows outlines of the wheat stalks, framing the strong, simple lettering of 1 cent. This design symbolizes growth, hard work, and the agricultural roots that once drove America's economy. Each 1946 wheat penny carries its own journey. Some may have been kept as good luck charms, others passed through countless hands in small towns, grocery stores, or gas stations during the booming 1950s. Even though it's no longer in circulation today, the wheat penny continues to be a beloved collector's item, representing one of the most nostalgic coin series in U.S. history. In black or dark brown condition, this coin tells a story of endurance. It's proof that beauty doesn't always mean brightness. Sometimes it lies in the quiet, aged tones of a well-traveled piece of history. Collectors today often clean coins, but in the numismatic world, natural toning is respected. It's a sign that the coin has remained untouched, preserving its originality and history. The 1946 wheat penny also reminds us of the mint's transition period, from wartime steel back to copper, a change that marked the return to peace and prosperity in the United States. Even though billions were made, every single one has a unique look today due to aging, handling, and environmental exposure. No two circulated coins are exactly the same. Many people who start coin collecting begin with wheat pennies because they're affordable, historically rich, and easy to find. The 1946 penny is one of the perfect starting points for new collectors. Holding a 1946 wheat penny is like holding a fragment of the 1940s, a time of post-war hope, American industry, and national rebuilding. It's more than just a coin, it's a story frozen in metal. Even though its face value is only 1 cent, the emotional and historical value far exceeds that. It's a reminder of how small things can carry big meaning. So if you come across a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, even if it appears dark or blackened, don't overlook it. That coin has survived nearly 80 years, carrying with it traces of American history, craftsmanship, and culture. The next time you hold one of these coins, take a moment to admire its design, its age, and its journey. It's a symbol of endurance, and proof that even the smallest pieces of metal can hold some of the greatest stories.